Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he's got room. Cuts it out here, left sideline. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
On second down, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up back alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Here we go now. Green, 39! Green!
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. He's going to air one out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10th. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They come out here in the eye. A give to Elliott running left. And a cut to the left sideline. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And he knocks it through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
From the gun on third, Simeon. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Prescott now on second down. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
On third down, it's Prescott. Going for a right side here, complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Prescott to throw on fourth. The kidder here, it's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Prescott on first down. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second down, 8. They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
Yeah, I think you're right, partner. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Touching that Green 39! Green 39!
Second and 10, Simeon again. He's got time. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
So they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marlon Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling. Because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game, dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. They come out here in the eye. Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. First down, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Second down, Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Ready? Come on, let's go!
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go! What? Nine! Ohio!
Prescott now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go!
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Let's go!
From the red zone now, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And quickly, they get to the line.
Let's go!
And again, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their big tight end with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Here's Simeon, and he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Elliott. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. That one good for 14 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command.
Touchdown! Their big-bodied receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
3rd and 2, Simeon. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on this.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And I think the Broncos have it. They do. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. Surveying the field. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Back to the air, Simeon on 2nd down. Screen play, Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Offense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with the running back. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And to give this time to the tailback. Cut back, left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd and 10, Simeon. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Here we go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Out of the gun, Simeon. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To the air again, Simeon. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone. So tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down inbounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents were telling them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy, but right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this, game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they're able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing here, Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Come on, let's go.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophy, some coaching.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.